All right, guys, we've got so much GTA 6 news to talk about today, including someone with over 20 million followers on social media saying that the trailer should be coming out soon, Rockstar trolling again, and a whole lot more. All right, so let's start with the GTA 6 trailer. And this information is coming from someone on X or Twitter that has 21.6 million followers. They also have a YouTube channel, a Twitch account. They have a massive following and are followed by some of the biggest names in the industry, like Dr. Disrespect and Rockstar Games themselves. And they put out a post in Spanish, which I, of course, have translated, and it says the GTA 6 trailer is closer than you think. So we're not just dealing with someone that created their account a couple of days ago or has 11 followers or is making some crazy claim. This is someone that literally looks like they have not only worked with Rockstar, might have some sources in the video game industry, and have a massive online following of over 20 million people on one platform alone. And let's just for a second believe this is the case. I think that's something to be expected with GTA 6's announcement that probably days later or possibly even hours later, the trailer is going to come alongside of it. And the reason we know that is because that's exactly what Rockstar Games did with both Red Dead Redemption 2 and Grand Theft Auto 5. When Rockstar announced Red Dead Redemption 2, they basically said, hey, in 2 days at this time, the trailer, it's going to be coming out. And with GTA 5, they made the initial announcement and they said, hey, in about a week's time, we're going to have the first trailer for you. This is when it will be arriving. So typically with the initial announcement comes the very first official trailer. So those things pretty much coincide. And again, since we are in the month of October, this is kind of the prime time territory for Rockstar to make that sort of announcement. So something interesting to follow there. I know it's not like breaking news, but it is interesting that someone with that massive amount of a following is saying something like that. But anyways, let's move on and let's talk about Rockstar Games trolling again. So this all sort of dates back to last week when Rockstar posted this picture to celebrate the Moon Festival in GTA Online by having our characters unlock the red Happy Moon tee. You can see they're standing in front of an illuminated Vinewood sign with the letters V and I, which of course stands for Roman numeral 6. Also, what probably very well could look like the logo for GTA 6. They posted that. If this feels like it was an obvious troll or a first official teaser by Rockstar, basically them being able to not say anything about the game, but giving us hints like, hey, it might be coming soon. We also talked about how the moon phase was interesting, that Rockstar put that there. It doesn't naturally occur in game. Well, it looks like on this week's GTA Online event, they seem to have done a little bit more trolling. And I'm not just talking about some of the obvious things that people might point out, like for example, Rockstar is celebrating the beginning of the Halloween season this week, and in the artwork or screenshot that they showed off, there's 6 characters. You could obviously point to those correlations right there, but I think that's more coincidence than anything. One thing that I don't believe is coincidence in Rockstar trolling again, and that is this week's premium race. So it's not something that Rockstar advertises anymore on their Newswire page. There's a few things that have taken the place of the premium races and whatnot, like the various car showcases and everything like that, but you still can find them in-game if you are curious, and this week's is called A Sign of Things to Come. So just taking a look at the name, A Sign of Things to Come, this could be Rockstar hinting that big things are on the way, and of course that big thing would be Grand Theft Auto 6. And what's interesting is the thumbnail that you can actually see if you click on the race is of course a shot of the Vinewood sign with the 2 most prominent letters being the V and the I, just like in the teaser screenshot that Rockstar did for the Moon Festival. I feel like that has to be done intentionally. Not only the name of the race, now that's obviously been the name of the race for a long time, and the thumbnail hasn't changed, but I feel like Rockstar definitely did this on purpose. They know that GTA fans are digging left, right, north, south, east, and west trying to find any sort of clue. I feel like, once again, they are doing this on purpose. So wouldn't it be crazy if one day we just logged into Grand Theft Auto Online and the Vinewood sign looked like this, where the letters V and I were glowing in some Vice City-inspired colors of either purple, pinks, or blues? That would be a cool way to sort of begin the teasing phase of the game Who knows what Rockstar is ultimately going to do, but certainly the last couple of references to the Vinewood sign and to its first two letters, which looks like Roman numeral 6, surely are interesting and what I believe are intentional teasers as Rockstar is trying to say, hey, we know we can't talk about it yet, but this is kind of what's on the horizon.
So one of the most exciting things that I know a lot of people, including myself, are looking forward to getting in GTA 6 is, of course, the new map location. Now, this is quite possibly the biggest upgrade for the game because, after all, the location of the game is pretty much everything when it comes to open world stories and online games like GTA 6. Now, we've known for a while now that Rockstar has been targeting Vice City, known as Miami, Florida in real life, as the primary location for GTA 6. Now, I say primary because, after all, this is only part of the map, and one of the big features that Rockstar is allegedly going to introduce with GTA 6 is the ability for players to experience an expanded map over time. So that means while Rockstar may launch with Florida first, they may expand into other states, cities, and maybe even countries in the further future. This, of course, will help the game keep the game fresh and new and relieve one of the major pain points from GTA 5. Now, in addition to Rockstar launching with Vice City, which of course is Miami, Rockstar is also allegedly adding other parts from the state of Florida. So just like how Rockstar has Los Angeles or Los Santos in GTA 5 and a massive area up top, it seems like it's going to be a very similar situation for GTA 6 with Miami at the bottom, and then some other coastal cities up north, and allegedly there may even be Orlando, which of course includes several major amusement parks, and allegedly Rockstar may be building at least one of them in GTA 6. Now, in addition to Orlando up north, there is also allegedly going to be an island, or actually a collection of islands, south of Miami, which of course is Cuba. Now, this is still a little bit up in the air. However, if we look at Rockstar's recent game, which of course is Red Dead Redemption 2, they actually did a very similar thing in that game where part of the story takes place on a remote island. So it's not entirely out of the question. I think the big thing is going to be whether it's actually going to be part of the map or it's just going to be in the story for a few missions. Rockstar also did the same thing in GTA 5 with having North Yankton being used for only 2 missions in the game, so it's not entirely out of the question. So those are kind of the 3 main locations that Rockstar will allegedly be launching with. You have Vice City and Miami, Florida as the main one. You're going to have some area up north with possibly Orlando and the surrounding areas. And then allegedly down south on a separate island, you'll have Cuba. So we're going to have to wait and see, but I think this will be a very interesting launch, and it's worth noting that while this does sound like a lot, which I'm sure it's going to be, Rockstar was allegedly planning to launch GTA 6 with other locations right out of the box. Now, right now, it seems like Rockstar is planning to just add those afterwards as DLC updates both for single player and online. However, even with the launch, it seems like we're still going to be getting a ton, and I really like how Rockstar is going to be kind of splitting the state into several parts. I think that's going to make the game just a lot more fun to play, and it's going to feel a lot more fresh and not just another rendition of Vice City, which Rockstar of course has done before. Besides that, the map as a whole is going to have all of the major improvements that we're expecting for the graphics and gameplay in GTA 6. So better draw distances, better and more realistic lighting with ray tracing, possibly even more realistic physics, and more. So all of this will of course be taking place across the entire map, but I think the big thing to look forward to here is just the addition of pretty much the entire state of Florida, allegedly, in GTA 6. Rockstar has never done a map this big before, never nearly as detailed as before, and I cannot wait to see that, and of course, the expansions that come over time. But let me know in those comments down below if you had to pick an international location for the GTA series to expand into over time, which would it be? Myself personally, I think it would be really cool to have a DLC that takes place in Japan, maybe around Tokyo or any of those areas. I think that would be really cool for a GTA game.